Hi and welcome. I'm John and this is Unique Wargaming Terrain. Guys, this is another pile of shame painting video. For those of you new here, I've got a huge pile of shame. I start working through it and I film process. I'm still learning how to film and paint at the same time. Okay, so do forgive me if things come out a little bit of focus or if I wander off camera. I do apologise. For those that are regular here, guys, I feel love. Thank you very much. Now, this video is going to be a special one, but I'll tell you about that in a second. Right, again, the camera didn't want to turn itself off for some bizarre reason. Anyway, I've got a heap of models here on my painting station. Most of them are half done, as you can see by look. It's half done, half done, half done. Not even started. I've just done the base on him just now. That's why the Stillness and Drab is still quite bright and prominent. Every time I do one of these painting videos, I'm painting one model or a couple of models or something like that. So I decided that I'm going to film and paint as many of these as I can, starting with these four guys. Okay, so there's a Chaos Hero. Well, it's not Chaos Hero, it's just a old Chaos Knight, but it's the only one like this that I have. So I'm making him a Chaos Hero. You can see he's half done. He's got nice polished blue armour, because Michael Zench. His cloak's been done. His fur's not been finished, but it's been had some paint onto it. This guy's meant to be on the disc of the Zench. Okay, let me show you. But I've got the disc over here. But the mistake I made when I put it together, I tried to do it in dynamic pose. As you can see, it's not, and then it snapped. See the underneath? So see underneath there, it snapped. That's what always happens with the old flying in the screamers and discs and all that sort of stuff. So I've got a plastic Chaos Warrior that I'm going to glue onto here. Okay, but I'm going to glue it so he's got chains hanging onto this, and he's sort of just trying to turn the disc at an angle to get a killing blow. But that's what that is for. But that's where he's from. But because I'm going to do that with him, he's on foot now, which is not an issue. This model here is just an very old bloodletter. I think it's a champion bloodletter actually, for a unit of bloodletters. But I started converting him, putting him with a Chaos Spear to make him, a bit meaner, a bit harder. Then the problem is sometimes he's a little bit front heavy. And this is a Herald of Slaanesh. Basically, this is just from the giant kit. That is the body of one of the human that runs away. The two legs are made from, I think they're termagants or homagants, Tyranid parts. Claws are demonettes and the head is demonette. She's almost done. But again, she's been sitting there for months and months and months not doing nothing. So anyway, let's start with the wet palette. Okay, I've not gone, I want this, I want that. I've just chucked a heap of colours on there. What are we? That is Rhinox Hide, Screaming Skull, Corn Red, Emperor's Pink, Emperor's Children's Pink, whatever it is, Genesee the Purple, Lothlorien Blue. This one is, what's this blue again? I'll put it back in the box. That's it's not Ultramarine blue, it's Regal Blue or something like that. There's some more polished blue there, beaten copper, Retributive Armour. This one here, it's not Runefang Silver because I've got that down here. That's it's gonna jar the head out of me now. Anyway, this silver, I'll get it in a second. But this silver here is a base color silver, so it's a lead belcher, I think it is. I don't know. Anyway, let's get a start, shall we? Let's start with this bad boy. What do we need to do? Rhinox Hide. Let's start getting the level work done. See all this level work done in here. Now I decided with this guy, I'm not going to paint the horse. I'm going to leave it as the horse as black because I want to do the fur on it like a fiery colour. Not only will that orangey fiery colour contrast everything else, but also, so I'm wandering off camera already. I can see myself wandering off camera. Sorry guys. This one a little bit of leather on there. One thing I really enjoy with doing these videos, apart from it's my pile of shame getting painted out, it's like speed painting. So when you come to like, I haven't done a full unit on this yet. I do have a Nurgle unit, Chaos Warriors, are great weapons down there, but they're going to be difficult because they're not normal plastic guys. They are like a little bit special. That's little work done on you. Right, what we've got going on here. I'm actually going to give her leather clothing, because then when I start going over the top of that with a little dry brush, it's really going to pop out. Hopefully. Now I've set myself an hour limit on this, guys, so you know, hopefully that doesn't put anyone off. But this could actually be a new trend, the 1 hour painting challenge, to paint as much as you can in an hour. That'd be amazing if anyone else started doing that, wouldn't it? Let's get under there. Right, just under the arms there. I might even call this a pile of shame 1 hour painting challenge. I think that'd be quite interesting. I think she actually had another arm here at one point. Must have broken off. Oh well. Right, let's go with this guy. Let's get some silver onto him. Start with a weapon. Notice how I'm brushing it from side to side. That'll give me a nice horn effect. I don't know if you can see, let me. Is that nice horn effect? It is focusing on everything else, isn't it? Move these out of the way for a minute. Right, let's just give this a little dry brush. This is all the silver chains on him. Got a couple of little hooks coming off of himself. Chainmail. Best way to do chainmail is give it a dry brush against the grain with a black undercoat. It just pops right through. Any more chains hanging off him? Nope. Right, I'm going to go straight into beaten copper. Top, put some beaten copper around his wrists. One thing I've noticed with these metallic paints, like not so much with the Retributor armor, I mean it still does it, but not as bad. If you I'm talking about the beaten coppers and polished blue and all that sort of stuff. I just knocked the camera, sorry guys. When you put it on the wet palette, it sort of starts to separate out itself. But that's not a bad thing, because the way that these paints are, them old paints, as you're putting it on, the thinner it gets from the pigment, yeah, it starts to go silver, which is absolutely fantastic because it looks like it's worn away then. I'm going into Retributor armor now. I get the symbol on his leg here. His shoulder piece. No reason why I need to clear this table. I want to get the camera set up on the tripod so I can actually film from above, which I think will be a lot easier because it'll solve a lot of the focusing problems I'm having. I'm going to go some Rhinox hide for this guy. Get the leather in here. I'm going to go that Caledonian Sky, I think that blue is actually, sorry. I'm going to get this in here. Because the reason why I'm going with the blue on the robes here, I want it to contrast the red. So it really stands out from the red and makes it pop. So I've given it a very thin, watered down coat. Back of it now, that looks like a nice little shiny blue. Okay, let's wash the brush before I try and put the model down. Let's go on to this bad boy. I think I'm going to start with, what I'm going to do first, he's going to have some of that blue as well. I need to pick out his clothes carefully. There's tentacles coming off his shield there, so I have to be very careful. I don't want to get them. Now, that's the inside robe, so I want to keep the outside robe separate. This comes around here and just turns into flames. Because that there is the outside robe, which might give a metallic-y blue to, I'm not sure yet. Going with silver for the blade. Start at the top part here. His horns silver as well, and his helmet. Want to get into all those little nooks on the helmet, because when I wash it down, it's a really pop in there. Back to this one. Where are we going to go with this? I'm going to go some Emperor's Pink, or Emperor's Children Pink, whatever it's called. And I'm going to dry brush it on. And get the tips of it a lot brighter than the rest of it. Tips of the claws, the strongest as well. Just dry brush like that. Very simple, very easy. That's also very easy to do that on deepness as well. Essentially three colours after, or two colours after a black dry brush, a black undercoat, sorry. Literally just a, I can't remember what that purple is. I think it's Nagraf purple, I think. Nagraf Night purple or something like that. This is basically a dark purple, and then push Children Pink. But then you could also go with Gensly purple if you wanted to. claws here, the legs, all that business. Emperor's Children's Pink is actually a layer paint, so it goes on really bright and dulls itself down nicely. It's me knocking the camera, sorry guys. Again. Right, I'm going to go for some Screaming Skull. I'm just going to try and edge highlight as much as I can around here. Right, I said edge highlight. It's not edge highlight really, I'm just trying to add a bit of colour to the leather. Right, back to Matey Boy. What are we going to do on him now? We're going to do no, I'll come back to it in a second. I'm going to grab a colour. What am I going to get? I'm going to grab some Death Guard green. Chuck a little bit on the palette, so I don't need to go back to the pipe if I need it again. And I'm going to paint the tail, the horse. You're going to say, what? Yeah, trust me. You're going to love this. This is Death Guard green, by the way, yeah? Paint the tail, Death Guard green. Are you ready for this? I'm going to get some Screaming Skull and a little bit of corn red, mix it together. Okay. See the colour it's given me. I'm going to just too much. Start chucking in there as well. Now, when that dries, let's give another little dry brush of, you know, a little number colour, and look fantastic. There's not much left on this dude. A stack of red is what I need now. A stack of red. One way going was stack of red. A layer paint, and I'm going to go over. Now I'm taking it straight from the pot, I'm not taking it off the wet palette. I want to really just hit those heightened areas. Again, this is another layer paint, so it'll go on bright and dull itself down. Right, now I'm going to get some Lothlorien blue. I'm going to dry brush the fur. Not, oh yeah, so a dry brush here. Sorry, just me looking at the camera. It's another reason I want the camera overhead, because I'm such a clumsy person for knocking the camera. Right, down for a second. Actually, I'm going to get some Nagroth purple, I think it is. Yeah, Nagroth Night, that's what that purple is, sorry. Nagroth Night. Okay. Oh shit, sorry guys. Been knocking it all again. Right, I'm going to take some, whack it onto the wet palette, take it straight from there. to get into all this fur on his back. What's the time check? 29 minutes, okay. That crow's really going for it out there, isn't he? That's sort of purple on him, I can see. Let's chuck it down out the way and dry. I'll come back to this one. I'm going to have some Reichland Flesh Shade. And wash our face down with it. Wash over leather. It's pulling on the face, let's put it away. Going in the hair as well, just so it picks out every little bit. We're going to go in the claws as well, what the hell, why not? I'll take the extra away so it doesn't pull together and like really block everything out. Laughing at crow still trying to get it out of there. Right, I'd say she's done. Make it a teeth if I can. not now, but after, or not, you know, when that's dry. Right. Don't know why I put that away, because I need. Don't know why I put the flesh shade away, because I want it for this guy. Flesh shade the shield, because he's got skin hanging off of it. These horns. Someone's probably screaming at the phone now. They're, you know, looking at this video going, "Oh, dude, you're gonna wash the fur. You're gonna wash the fur." No, 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 no. The fur gets no dry brush. Now, I'm gonna go with some white. So I'm talking with a paintbrush in my mouth. There's some white layer of white scar. I'm giving the fur on the and the hoofs a little dry brush with the white scar. Nothing too serious. So I'm knocking the camera again. Now, give the fur a little dry brush with white scar. So all those colours are going to really contradict each other, make it really stand out. Just giving a little dab here and there. The white scar, there's a little bit left on the brush. I'm just giving a little bit along the leather. Nothing too serious. It's just a subtle touch. Can you make that out or not? Zoom in and just on his boot by my thumb there. There's a little tiny little, I don't know if you can make that out or not, but just a subtle bit. I'm going to go along the same thing again, but along the edge of the cloak. Just very, very subtle. Just to wind it off. Yeah? Just to make it look. Now I'm not going to do it on these parts. Okay, because it's dead, most ridge part. I'm going to do it along the edge here. Just keep going along the edge. Doesn't have to be absolutely noticeable, but just gives a little flick of white, a little flick of worn away. See that along the edge there? Yeah? Still by my thumb there, see it? That's just absolutely fantastic. Now, just a little bit of leather on this sword here. Can it be buzzing around? It's nice. That's what you need when you're painting a model. A bee buzzing around, or a wasp. I'm hitting 40 minutes. I'm not going to get all through all these ones done. Right. How are we on now? One thing I forgot about this guy is he actually has gold bits on his head. Now I'm going to mix some beaten copper and retribute armor together. See what crazy colour that gives me. This is beaten copper and retribute armor. I think it's a crazy goldy coppery colour. I actually like it, it's nice. Let's do this bit on the end here. So his belt, that's what I missed. I knew there was something that I missed on him. Right, I'm going with some Lothlorien blue. Literally dry brushing the raised areas of this cloth, this line cloth, and just the edge of it, just to break it up and add a bit more contrasting bits onto it. Just get the edge of this one, just break it up like that. Okay. Again, I'm going to go Lothlorien blue, and I'm going to give it a very light dry brush across the fur, just to really pick it out. It's looking almost like a teal greeny colour, isn't it? It's crazy. I'm not doing a traditional dry brush on this, I'm just literally just sort of dry brushing it, okay, but I'm stippling it as I go along. Again, Lothlorien blue is a layer paint, so it does add a nice, you can go over it a couple of times here and there to make it darker and lighter. Wow, I think that looks absolutely amazing. When you guys take a comment below and let me know what you think, if it looks good or not, or if it looks, you know, if it's okay, or I love reading every comment, every single comment. And I always respond as well. Even if you put a comment on a video that's 3 months old or 4 months old, and then I see it a month later, I do respond. It's just, sometimes it doesn't pop up to tell me that there's been something said on that video until that time later. Oh, 44 minutes. Right, we're going to go with some White Scars layer paint. I'm going to go for the cheeky teeth now. I need to be very careful. Just hold this one very still. Give it the cheeky teeth. I don't know how I'm going to do those eyes. I might go for the purple. This brush has had it. It's not giving me a nice point. Yeah, just totally messed those eyes up. Oh no, actually they look alright on camera. Maybe it's just me just overthinking it. Let's go in and get a bit more of them. I've gone back to Roslecker Red. This is what we're going to do now. I'm going to start, first I'm going to take a bit off the brush. I'm going to start just gentle dry brushing the face. Because I'm looking at that eye. Can you see it there? And I'm thinking, oh, I've just maybe a bit too much on there, but because I'm going to do this to the skin, so I'll give it a nice little lead paint dry brush around. It's going to make it look like it's a light effect coming from his eyes. So it's not just going to take a bit of that brightness away from it. Let's get his muscles. Just getting along those muscles. Let's do his hand. Give his chest muscle a bit more of a hand hit. His little nose. I'm just stabbing it in there to make it look like it's lightened up, but just not. Right. I'm going back to some White Skulls White. Don't know why I closed the lid in the first place. And now what I'm going to do is just try and step along the edge of the rags. A bit of white to really make it just look off really bright. Right, what else I'm going to do as well is I'm going to go along, just give a little stippling here and there on the fur. Nothing too fancy, just a little bit to lighten up a few bits and darken down, you know, let some of it darken down itself. Now at this stage you'll probably start, don't panic, because it may look crazy. It zooms in, but White Skulls is a layer paint, so it will dull down and it will blend in nicely. Skull, a couple of spikes that are on there that I've actually remembered to do. Right, I think he only needs one more thing. The only thing he needs is a drop of a Thousand camo shade on his weapon. On his horns, just get his horns a bit. Take the bright screaming skull away from them. And voila. Uncle Night Herald. Finished. Right guys, 54 minutes. 3 of them are finished as far as I'm concerned. If anything needs to be done to any of those 3, it'll be a little bit here, a little bit less, nothing too serious. This guy got neglected again. Okay, but it's not a big issue because there's three models taken off of here, so that's, you know, pretty good. Still got heaps there. The thing is, I don't want to take them from there, pack them away to make the space, the camera set up to get everything going, and they're sat packed away for 6 months. You know, if they're there, they're annoying me, then I'll try and get through them. It's, you know, but anyway, If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, turn on notifications. I want to show you some pretty pictures, close-ups now, guys, so just don't run anywhere. See you in a second. Right, here we go. Here's the demonette. Let's bring it close to the light so you can see her. The Herald of Slanesh, shall I say. Here's this guy. Put him over here. I can go and get this lighting right. The last couple of times I've showed models after the lights, it's not working. Yeah, let's get a close up of that. No, let me get the other side. It's not doing justice. Let me come out here so you can see. There's a little bit better. This is one I'm most happy with. Okay, let's get out of here so you can see it a bit better. Hey guys, hit the buttons for me, and I'll see you next time.